Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning
Can you
to.
hear and see me?
Yes, okay.
Okay, that's perfect. I
Yes.
can hear and see you very clearly too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Thank
and I
you.
think this is
Yes.
our first time meeting each other, right?
Yes, right.
Yes.
Mm.
So my name, by the way, it's Kay, and you
Kay.
are.
Nice to meet you, Kay. My name
Mm-hmm.
is June.
Okay, June. I see. So
June.
nice to meet you
Nice to
too,
meet you.
June.
Yes.
Yeah, how are you today, June? It's a Saturday.
Oh, yes. Saturday morning. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very good morning
Good
this
morning
morning.
for you. That's
Yeah.
nice. Do you have any plans today, or maybe just stay home and relax?
Yeah. Uh, ho- uh, home today.
You'll
At
just
home.
stay
Yeah,
home?
you stay home today.
Stay
And
home today,
yes,
yeah.
and played with my kids in my garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a weekend also, right?
Yes,
Wow,
right.
good. So here in Native Camp, how many lessons already today? Is this your first lesson, second?
This is the first lesson today.
First lesson today.
Yes,
That's
and I
good.
usually take lesson a per
Mm-hmm.
day, one per day.
One lesson per day.
One lesson per day.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So
Oh,
that's great.
how many teaching
How
usually?
many
How many
lessons?
lessons?
I have a day.
Yes, per day.
Oh, usually in a day, June, maybe around 15 or 16 students.
Wow, really?
15,
15?
yeah.
Oh, 15. Wow, about
That's
8
right.
hours.
Yeah, that's right. 8 hours because I have to
Wow.
work 8 hours a day.
Wow, great. Oh,
Yeah.
your
So
job
that's
is this English teacher?
yeah, that's right. So it's my
Wow.
job now. So yeah, I think it's fun and interesting also.
Wow, great job. I
True.
envy you.
I
I'm just
see.
sales.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's I think your job is interesting also. So I think yeah, maybe for that one that would be more interesting if you could use English in your job, right?
All right. Yeah. Thank
Yeah, that
you.
must
Thank you.
be. So maybe hopefully in the future you could have experience like that, right?
Yeah, I see. Thank you. Oh,
That's true.
where do
Uh-huh.
you? Where do you?
Where?
Where in
Mm-hmm.
now? Sorry.
Uh-huh. Where do you live or where are you from? Like
Yeah.
that?
Where are you from?
Mm.
So no. Where you now?
Oh,
You.
okay. So currently, I am working now in Native Camp office here in
Oh,
Cebu.
native camp
Yes,
office.
that's
Wow.
right.
Why
Mm.
go to office? You working?
Ah, because June, 4 months ago, I
Yes.
was working from home, but we
Wow.
always
Really?
have, yeah,
Oh,
we always have,
sorry. You lost?
mm-hmm.
Home? You sorry. One more.
And
You
uh-huh, do
you
I lost my home like that?
lost? Really?
I know, I know. I didn't lost home, but I left home, my
Left home.
hometown.
Hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went back again to the city
Hmm.
because I will be studying in university. And
Wow.
university and my office just near with each other. So that's
Oh.
why I decided to go back in the office now.
Wow.
My hometown very far from office and university, June, maybe 3 hours.
Wow. Very
Yes,
far.
that's right. So I
Oh.
stay here in the city now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
True.
Thank
So
you.
that's good to hear. So now for June's lesson, I can see it here that you've chosen Pronunciation Advanced 15 with the title Steve Jobs Speech Part 2. Is this correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, but before that,
Sorry. Would you do
mhm,
me a favor?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing YouTube as a record of my English learning.
Yeah,
Can I
so
upload this lesson?
no problem for that.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. So
Yeah,
you practice
thank you.
for this later, right?
Yes, I see.
Okay. So now for your lesson, but before we have the part two, you're going to review first the previous lesson. So can you
Yes.
start reading this one?
Sorry. I've already finished first challenge.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see. So you're
please
done
start
first child.
at second challenge. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So now let's proceed with our second challenge. Each
Steve Jobs' Speech, Part 2.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
okay.
yeah,
So yeah,
okay.
let's do it again.
Yes.
Steve Jobs' Speech, Part 2.
Steve Jobs' speech, part 2.
One more time.
Steve Jobs' Speech, Part 2.
Steve Jobs' speech, part 2.
Good job. That's for the title. So next.
When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog.
When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog.
Okay, Whole Earth Catalog.
Whole Earth Catalog.
Okay, let's do it again.
When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog.
When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog.
Okay, that's better. That's a good job for
Thank you. So
than the
please tell
first
me
one.
This word, pronoun, this pronouns.
This pronoun, the Whole Earth
Catalog.
Catalog.
Catalog or catalog? Catalog.
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 Yeah.
Thank
Can you
you.
say it again? Catalog.
Catalog.
Okay, that's right.
Thank you.
So that's for the second sentence. How about here? Third sentence.
Yes.
Which was one of the Bibles of my generation.
Which one of the Bibles
Which was
which was one of the Bibles of my generation?
okay, one more time again.
Which was one of the Bibles of my generation.
Which was one of the Bibles of my generation.
Oh yeah, that's right. So let's try to do it smoother. Which was one of the Bibles of my generation. Can you do it again?
Which was one of the Bibles of my generation.
Great. That's
Thank
good
you.
for the third. Which was one. So how about here? Fourth sentence.
It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here, in Menlo Park.
It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park.
Okay, one more time. Not far from here in Menlo Park.
In Menlo Park. Far from here
Yeah.
in Menlo Park.
Okay, let's do it again.
It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here, in Menlo Park.
It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park.
Okay, good. That's smooth for the fourth sentence. How about here? Fifth.
And he brought it to life with his poetic touch.
And he brought it to life with his poetic touch.
Okay, again.
And he brought it to life with his poetic touch.
And he brought it to life with his poetic touch.
Okay, great. So that's for fifth sentence. How
thank
about
you.
sixth?
This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing.
This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing.
Okay, again.
This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing.
This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing.
Wow, that sounds smooth for that.
Wow,
And how about
thank you.
here? Seventh, which is this?
So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
Cameras. Okay, yeah, one more time.
So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
Polaroid camera. So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
Okay, so can we try to repeat that part? Polaroid cameras.
Polaroid cameras.
Yeah, that's right, Polaroid.
Cameras.
Okay, so can we do one last time? So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
Oh, yeah. So it was all
Seventh.
made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
Thank
So how
you.
about eighth?
It was sort of like Google in paperback form.
It was sort of like Google in paperback form.
Okay, again.
It was sort of like Google in paperback form.
It was sort of like Google in paperback form.
Okay, nice. That's good for 8. How about 9?
35 years before Google came along.
35 years before Google came along.
Again.
35 years before Google came along.
35 years before Google came along.
Okay, that's good. 9th sentence. How about 10th?
It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Okay, again.
It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Neat tools and great notions.
Neat tools and great notions.
Okay, nice. So, yeah, let's do it one last time. It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Okay, nice. That's it.
Yeah,
That's our
thank you.
last sentence here. Any questions for this?
Okay. None so far.
Everything's
Yes.
clear, nice. So since everything's clear, so this time we're going to proceed third challenge, which
Yes.
will be listening to the sample audio.
Okay.
So for this, you have to listen carefully for the linking sounds, okay?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so let's listen carefully. So here we go.
Steve Jobs' Speech, Part 2. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called The Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing, so it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of like Google in paperback form, 35 years before Google came along. It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Okay,
Yes,
did you
okay.
hear the linking sounds?
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Please
great.
tell me linking sounds.
Okay, so you want to learn first the linking sounds?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's okay. So here we just have like quite few linking sounds today, so let's practice them together.
Yes.
So first one, can you repeat?
Yes.
When I.
When I was young. When
Yeah,
I was
when
young.
I. That's right.
Yeah.
And the next, which is one of.
One of the Bibles of. Okay. One of.
And the
one
next, which is sort of.
of. Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, that's right, sort of.
Sort
And the
of.
next, which is one and amazing. Was an amazing.
Was an
Sorry.
amazing. Was an amazing. Was an amazing. Was an amazing.
Okay.
Was an
Yeah.
amazing.
Was an amazing.
Was an
And the
amazing.
next, which is Bibles of.
Bibles of.
Mm-hmm.
Bibles of.
Bibles of.
Bibles of.
Right.
Bibles
And the
of.
next,
One
brought
of the
it.
Bibles of. Brought it.
Brought it.
Brought it. Brought it. Brought it.
Yeah, brought it.
Brought
And the
it.
next,
Yeah.
which is came along.
Came along.
Came along.
Came along.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, came along.
Came along.
Okay, so that's it for our linking sounds today. Do you have any question?
Yes. The last. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Among and amazing.
Last
And
syllables?
yeah.
Last words?
Last spell is G. Word is
Okay.
a little G sound or not
Come
G sound. Alone.
Come along. Yeah, actually, come along. Long.
Come along.
Right?
Long. No. No.
Not long, just quick one. Come
Yes.
along.
Come along.
Yeah.
Come along.
So usually in English pronunciation, they don't say long G, only short NG for that.
Short
Yeah,
G.
only short one. Yeah. So they don't say come along.
Come
They
along.
don't say that one. they just say come along.
Come
Long.
along. Come along.
Yeah, like that.
Wow.
Quick, right?
Quick. Yes. Come
That's right.
along.
And for
Amazing.
example, yeah,
Amazing.
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 Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So you don't say
Following.
was an
Following.
That's right, following. So it's not really following, right?
Following.
Not like that.
Not
So only
like
quick.
that was. Only quick.
Yes.
Following.
So is
Yeah.
it clear now?
Yes, clear now.
Good.
One more question, okay?
Yes.
Brought it. This linking sound is
Okay, brought it.
brought it and sort of. Yeah. T sounds transfer D.
Become
T transfer D.
D. That's
Which
correct.
case transferred T. T transferred D. Which
So
case?
that's the common thing in English.
Yes.
So sometimes the T sounds becomes D sounds and
Yes.
D sounds become T sounds. So that because for example, sort of, if we follow T sound,
T.
it's difficult to make linking sound. Sort of. So
yes,
it's
yes.
easier to say sort of,
Sort
right?
of. Wow.
It's easy. It's faster, right?
Yes, I see. Sorry. Last pronounce T.
T. Yeah,
Make
that's right.
linking sound is D.
Yeah, that's right. D.
transfer.
They put D. Like for example, also another example, brought it. Brought it. If
Brought
like
it.
we say T sound,
Yes,
it's
yes.
slower, right?
Yes,
Brought
yes.
it.
I
So
see.
it's brought it faster.
Brought it. Wow. Brought it.
Yeah. So that's right. So
Or
yeah.
sorry, I translate in the chat box.
Yes.
Okay.
You may chat it.
Yes.
Okay, let me see this one.
So do all
I
words
see.
ending in T change to D?
Yeah, no, not
you know,
everyone, not everything.
Not everything.
Only some cases, not always. Okay.
Always. Yes.
Yeah.
I confuse change case or not a change case.
Okay. I see you get confused. So there are just some words it's okay to change, but there are some words not okay to change. So you have to practice carefully of the pronunciation of those linking sounds. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's right. But yeah, it was all good now. So are you now ready to your turn to read the
Yes.
article?
Okay. Yes.
You may start.
Yes. I use this
Linking sounds.
Yes. Okay. Steve Jobs speech part 2. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created a few fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing. So it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of. It was sort of like Google in paperback form. 35 years before Google came along. Google came along. It was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Yeah, I think most of the linking sound you were able to pronounce it well, but maybe brought it.
Brought it. Yes, brought it.
That's right. But other than that, and also, yeah, can you say it again? Came along.
Came along. came along.
Okay,
Yes, came
yeah.
along.
So yeah, that was good. Do you have any more question for this?
Okay. Everything
Everything's
clear.
good.
Yes.
Nice. So since everything's clear and good, so let's proceed in our next challenge. Fourth challenge, the time trial.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we're going to read faster
Yeah,
here.
very
So let's
fast.
start first one,
Yeah.
35 seconds. Okay?
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, since you're ready, so I'll start the timer. Three, two,
Two,
one,
one.
go.
Steve Jobs speech part 2. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing, so it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of like Google in paperback form. 35 years before Google came along, it was idealistic and overflowing with neat truth and great notions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
So actually your time there it was
Yeah.
46 seconds.
46.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good try because this one
Yes.
this is long sentence also,
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
That's
Yes.
true. So yeah, that's a good try. So this time we're going to have second challenge already, which will be yeah, let's try
Yes.
to have a little faster time this
Yes,
time.
little
Okay?
faster.
Yeah, so
Please,
I'll
please tell me my stumbling point.
mispronounce.
Stumbling point.
Uh-huh.
This paragraph.
Okay. Yeah. So there, I already typed the first one, 46 seconds there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will try to tell the second one after this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's try for the second time again. So I'll start the
Okay.
timer.
Yes.
Three, two, one,
one.
go.
Steve Jobs speech part 2. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing, so it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of like Google in paperback form. 35 years before Google came along, it was idealistic and overflowed with neat tools and great notions.
Thank you. Wow,
Thank
it
you.
was faster than the first one.
Yes.
But yeah, maybe here, your time, it was just only 44 seconds.
44. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. So, but here, you
Yeah.
have to be careful. Last sentence. It was idealistic and
Ideal-
overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Yeah, overflowing. It was
Overflowing.
overflowing.
Yeah, not following, but flowing, okay?
Yeah, overflowing. It was idealistic, overflowing with neat to and great notions.
Yeah,
Overflowing,
that's right.
overflowing. Overflowing.
Overflowing. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, yeah, that was still the second try we have here. So now we're going to try. Be careful also the part in brought it to life.
Brought it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brought it.
brought it to life.
That's
Brought it to
right.
life.
Brought it.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so now let's try it for the third and last one.
Yes,
So I'll
yes.
play the timer
Okay.
again. So
Yes,
three,
two,
two, one, go.
Steve Jobs speech part 2. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 1960s, before personal computers and desktop publishing, so it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of like Google in paperback form. 35 years before Google came along, it was idealistic and overflowing with neat tools and great notions.
Nice. Good
Oh,
job.
thank you.
It was better. It was
Yes.
only 41 seconds this
41,
time.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a little faster
Yeah.
already, right?
Little,
Yeah, and
little progress. Little.
what yeah, so yeah, that's right. So maybe for that one, in the last part also there are few
Few.
wrong or like mistake already. So
Wow.
which is
Really?
getting better for that.
Yes, I see.
So
Thank you.
maybe reading it again and again can
again.
really help to make
Yeah.
it better,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's
More
true.
try after lesson.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
maybe if you keep practicing, and we don't have so much time left
Yes,
here, so
I
maybe
see.
next teacher you can try to do the, yeah, very helpful overlapping. Okay?
Yes, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck for that and see
Yeah,
you next
thank
time.
you.
Take
Yeah,
care. Have a good
bye.
day.
Have a good day.
See you.
See you.